From the strange dug-up pits hidden deep in the deserts of Algeria, to a lifeless human-like figure standing silently inside a French home's gallery, our world is filled with remote locations where something mysterious is always happening. Things that science still struggles to explain. Welcome once again, dear viewers, to another thrilling episode of Google Earth Mysteries. What you're about to see might just change the way you look at our planet forever. Let's begin with one of the most chilling places on Earth, Antarctica. At first glance, all you see are miles and miles of frozen mountains. But hidden between these icy ridges is something that has left everyone puzzled. A massive face carved into the ice. When viewed from above through satellite images, this formation appears to show a human-like face. A forehead, a nose, lips, and even a closed eye. Some people believe this represents the harsh spirit of Antarctica itself. Others whisper that it could be the face of Dajjal, a dark figure from ancient myths, said to be sleeping beneath the ice. But what makes it so strange is that this isn't a recent discovery. Historical Google Earth images from as far back as 2009 show the same face, unchanged and perfectly visible. Experts say it's just a natural ice formation, but when you zoom in, the shadows and proportions look almost too perfect. Coincidence? Or something that nature couldn't have done alone? You decide. This frozen face measures nearly 1 kilometer long and half a kilometer wide. It lies in such a remote part of Antarctica that no human has ever set foot there. No expedition, no scientist, no camera. Only satellites have seen it. And yet, somehow this face keeps watching silently from the ice. Now, let's leave the cold behind and move to a warmer mystery, the Bahamas. In the blue waters near Bullock Harbor lies something unusual. The wreckage of an old airplane that tells a story few remember. Seen clearly from above, this plane crashed into the shallow sea on July 10, 1997. It was a Cessna 402C aircraft that went down just 2 kilometers before the runway. The pilot had reported brake failure, and instead of risking a fiery crash on land, he decided to ditch the plane into the ocean, saving all 7 passengers on board. For decades, this wreck rested quietly beneath the waves until 2019. When satellite images revealed its ghostly shape for the first time. Today, divers visit the site, swimming around the coral-covered wreck that still lies exactly where it fell. A silent witness to a near-miraculous escape. But if you thought that was mysterious, wait until you see what was found in France. In the city of Nancy, Google Earth captured what appeared to be an ordinary house. A double-story building with a small pool behind it. But when users switched from satellite view to street view, they were shocked to see something standing in the gallery. A strange, tall, human-shaped figure staring toward the camera. People online went wild. Some claimed it was a supernatural entity caught by accident. Others said it was just a statue. But if that's true, why did Google blur the image afterward? And why is there no record of such a sculpture anywhere in France? Researchers tried to find clues, but the figure doesn't match any known artwork or cultural reference. It looks eerily real, but not quite human. No one knows where it came from, or why it was removed. Even Google itself has never commented. Coincidence? Or something they don't want us to see? Now let's travel east, to Kazakhstan. Near the city of Lysakovsk, satellite images show a massive pentagram drawn perfectly on the ground. Its edges stretching hundreds of meters across. The pentagram, a 5-pointed star, has a deep and ancient history. It appears in many religions and cultures as a symbol of power and balance. But online, conspiracy theorists claim that this specific pentagram was once used for dark rituals or satanic worship. However, the truth may not be as dark as it seems. Before 1991, Kazakhstan was part of the Soviet Union, whose national emblem also contained a star. Historians believe this shape might simply mark the remains of an old Soviet park project, abandoned long ago. Still, the mystery continues, because this design has been visible in satellite archives since 1985. Why did it appear in such an isolated spot? And why does it still stand untouched today? Next, we move south to the deserts of Sudan. Here, in the middle of the Golden Sands, Google Earth captured something truly strange. A hill formation shaped exactly like a pair of human lips. From the ground, it's just another rocky mountain, but from above, it looks unmistakably like lips. as if someone carved them on purpose. The formation is over 250 feet tall, and its reddish and brown layers make the illusion even more perfect. Scientists say it's a geological coincidence, a trick of color and erosion. But can nature really create something so human, so precise? You decide. From Sudan, we now cross the oceans to Australia, where an entire forest appears to float in the middle of a river. Just outside Sydney, on the Parramatta River, Google Earth shows a ship covered entirely in mangrove trees. At first glance, it looks like a floating island. But this was once a real cargo ship, called the SS Airfield, built in 1911 and used during World War II. After serving for over 60 years, it was retired and sent to a scrapyard at Homebush Bay, but no one ever dismantled it. Over time, nature took over. Mangroves began to grow through its steel hull, turning it into a beautiful blend of rust and greenery. Today, this ghostly ship is one of Sydney's hidden gems, a perfect symbol of nature reclaiming what humans left behind. And that's only half of what Google Earth has shown us. Our next stop takes us to the quiet wilderness of Finland, where an empty field hides something that, at first glance, looks ordinary. But a closer look will make you question everything. On satellite view, this field appears to have dozens of tiny white dots scattered across it. Zoom in a little closer, and those dots begin to look like people. Hundreds of them, standing silently under the open sky. But they aren't people at all. They're scarecrows. Yes, scarecrows, but not like the kind you've seen before. This strange artwork is called The Silent People. It was created in 1994 by Finnish artist Reijo Kela, who placed over 1,000 life-sized scarecrows in this remote field. Each one wears real clothes, donated by locals, and every week, volunteers come to change and clean those clothes, keeping the scene eerily lifelike from the road. It feels as if time has stopped. Now, from the calm of Finland, we move to a place torn apart by war, Syria. Here lies the ancient city of Apamea, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dates back thousands of years. But something terrible happened here between 2011 and 2012. In satellite images taken before the Syrian civil war, Apamea looks peaceful, ruins of temples, stone streets, and columns. But when the next year's image was captured, the entire site was covered with thousands of holes, as if the ground had been attacked by an army of moles. These weren't natural. They were dug by people, looters searching for ancient treasure. During the chaos of war, locals began using excavators to dig up artifacts from the ruins and sell them on the black market. Gold, coins, statues, even scrolls, all stolen from one of the oldest cities on Earth. Google Earth became the silent witness, showing how greed destroyed centuries of history in a single year. A once great city, reduced to scars on the sand. From Syria's war-torn deserts, we head north to the icy waters of the Barents Sea, off the coast of northern Russia. Here, satellites spotted something baffling. 16 perfectly round structures floating on the surface of the ocean, all connected by cables to a nearby boat. The internet exploded with theories. Was it a secret Russian weapon? An underwater missile platform? Or something else entirely? But after months of speculation, researchers discovered the truth. These circles were fish farms, floating pens where fish are raised in controlled environments. Their positions change every year, which is why older satellite photos show them in different places. Still, the mystery remains a reminder of how something completely ordinary can look so extraordinary from above. Now, let's sail south to the shores of New Zealand, where the ocean itself hides something beautiful. In the coastal waters, long straight lines can be seen beneath the surface. So perfect. They almost look artificial. Some thought they were ancient ruins or alien marks on the seabed. But in truth, these lines belong to mussel farms, massive underwater systems used to grow shellfish. The mussels attach themselves to ropes that hang deep below the water, feeding on natural nutrients carried by the ocean current. This is one of New Zealand's most successful industries. And from space, it looks like a secret message written in the sea. And now, we arrive at the final, and perhaps the most mysterious, location of all. The deserts of Algeria. In the middle of the Sahara, far from any village or road, Google Earth captured something that defies logic. Across miles of empty sand, you can see massive square patterns, each one about 250 meters wide. perfectly aligned, perfectly spaced, and stretching across thousands of acres. At first, they might seem like oil extraction sites. But if that's true, why are they arranged in such precise geometric order? And why do they seem to form a giant circular shape when connected? Even stranger, these patterns have existed since 1985, as seen in old satellite archives. And yet, new ones keep appearing, even as recently as 2020. Zoom in, and you'll see tire marks, evidence that heavy machinery, excavators, worked here. But for what? No oil company, no government, and no scientist has ever claimed responsibility. Could this be an abandoned experimental project? A coded message written in the earth? Or something much, much older than we can imagine? No one knows. And perhaps that's what makes it truly mysterious. Because sometimes it's not what we find on Google Earth that matters most, but what we can't explain. If you enjoyed uncovering these mysteries with us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share it with your friends, and tell us in the comments, which of these mysteries surprised you the most? Your support helps us keep exploring the hidden secrets of our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay amazed, and keep watching Legends Unveiled.